Yo, so what is going on, guys? It is your boy MLG Squid here, and welcome to another one of my top 5 zombies videos. And in this one, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 best perks in BO4 zombies. And if you've played BO4, you know that perks work a lot differently in this game, so the balance is a lot weirder, and perks are a lot more underpowered. Well, some of them are. Some of them on this list are really, really good. Although, it was kind of hard choosing this because there's so many perks in this game. Obviously, Secret Sauce is not going to be included on this, and you could probably guess that I'm going to be doing a top 5 worst perks. That is going to be a lot more fun because this list is kind of obvious, not going to lie. It's top 5 best things is always super obvious because everyone knows what the best things are, but it's going to be a little bit different this time since perks are different. It's not going to be like a guaranteed jug or Widow's Wine at number 1 or 2. It's going to be a little bit different, and if you guys are excited for this list, it should be pretty interesting, so let's get right into the list of the top 5 perks in BO4 Zombies. Starting off at the number 5 spot, guys, I have on here Quick Revive. Quick Revive works a lot differently than you know, the Quick Revive that we're used to. It still does have similar attributes, but it's a lot different. So, it costs 2,000 points for one. You get it as soon as you start the game at level 1. Basically, the normal perk without the modifier is a shorter delay before regenerating health, an increased regeneration rate, and you can revive players faster than the modifier for Quick Revive, which I don't think is really that good. Basically, you gain a movement speed boost after health regeneration starts, and reviving grants both players full health and a movement speed boost. I actually didn't know about that second part there, but Quick Revive is a good perk. I usually run it. It is just it's sort of a crutch perk to me, simply because in solo of that shorter delay before regenerating health. It's really, really useful, and obviously in co-op, reviving players faster is always the only reason that you would ever use Quick Revive in the past. Well, I guess it does have more of a use now in BO4 in co-op because, you know, with that extra health regeneration, and if you're using the modifier, it has even more stuff that makes it good. So Quick Revive is definitely pretty cool. It has the classic icon, just a little bit different, you know, a little bit different, I don't know, contrast or whatever, from BO3, but overall, man, Quick Revive is a solid perk here in BO4 Zombies. It is obviously, if you're going to be using any of these 4 or any of these 5 perks on this list, then Quick Revive is definitely one of them that you should be using. Coming in as the number 4 spot, this is a new perk to BO4 Zombies. We've never seen this in any previous Treyarch COD game, and this is one of my favorites. So this is Time Slip. So basically, the normal effect of this perk is your equipment's cooldown rate is increased, and the mystery box and Pack-a-Punch generated weapons appear faster. Super, super useful. This is a perk that if you don't play without it, and, you know, you play a game and then you skip a game not playing without Time Slip, you miss it really, really bad, because the mystery box and Pack-a-Punch being faster is amazing. And then the modifier is special weapon charge rate and elixir cooldown rate are slightly increased, which I don't know how much they're increased by, but I don't really put this in my modifier all that often, but sometimes I do, and it does feel like it does quite a bit of extra experience, you know, it's quicker. So Time Slip is one of them perks, man, that when you don't play without it, you really start missing it. Like this is a perk that I cannot play BO4 Zombies without. Unless I'm doing like a challenge or something where it's like a 2-box where I don't really need to hit the box very much or Pack-a-Punch very much, then I don't use it all the time. Then I use like Bandolier or something. But honestly, man, Time Slip is a super, super awesome perk. They finally were able to add a perk besides the original 4 that I actually want to use. Obviously, the original 4 aren't in this game, so I have a little bit more room there to equip different perks. But still, Time Slip is a phenomenal perk in my opinion, and it comes in at number 4. Coming in at the number 3 spot, guys, I have Dying Wish. Now, Dying Wish is a new perk that we've never seen before. Basically, what it does is instead of entering Last Stand, the player goes Berserk for 9 seconds. While Berserk, they are invulnerable and melee damage is greatly increased. The player is left with 1 health and cooldown increases every use. Now, so basically, this is the Quick Revive of this game for solo, even though you basically have revives already. This is like a super quick revive that recharges. So I don't know if you could technically have infinite lives, but I mean that's what it sounds like. But the cooldown is literally like 10 to 15 minutes each time, so it's quite a long cooldown. But and then the modifier is player will receive full health when no longer berserk. So when you leave berserk mode, which is where your screen turns like all red and everything, like you have zombie blood maybe, then you're left with 1 health normally without the modifier. I don't think this perk is good for a modifier. I personally don't really use this perk very often. I think because I play casual most of the time and I don't really down very often until the end of the game when I just purposely die. But Dying Wish is definitely a great perk in co-op and solo, so it comes in at number 3. Moving on to the number 2 spot, guys. This is a returning perk from previous Zombies games. This is Stamina Up. Now, Stamina Up, obviously it had to be on the list. Nowadays in Zombies, the maps are getting so big that we literally, Stamina Up is like the most useful perk. That's why it's at number 2 here, guys. So back in BO3 and stuff, Stamina Up was great, yeah, but you wouldn't use it over Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and Jug. You really would, or maybe Widow's Wine. Sometimes you would, but most of the time you just use it when you get a Perkaholic or an Unquenchable. But Stamina Up, basically what it does here in BO4 is it gives you increased movement and sprint speed, and your stamina regenerates faster. And the modifier, and this is a pretty good perk for modifying as well, unlimited full sprint. Player can fire weapons while sprinting, so the modifier is definitely a lot better than Dying Wish and stuff like that. And overall, man, Stamina Up is just a super good perk. I think I like Stamina Up the most on things like Dead of the Night, where I just have to run from like the cemetery to the lab or something like that. You know, those long trips like that in Zombies. And even Blood of the Dead it's useful on. 9, it's not as useful, but it is pretty good. And Classified, it is essentially useless because I camp in the elevator most of the time when I play that map, which you'll actually see some gameplay of next up. But overall, man, I don't think anyone would disagree. Stamina Up is a phenomenal perk here in BO4 Zombies. Really, there's no downside to using it. It's just that I use it most of the time now. I didn't use it for quite a while, and then I just started using it again because it really is a useful perk. But anyways, though, guys, Stamina Up definitely deserves the number 2 spot. And finally, at the number 1 spot, in my opinion, guys, the best perk in Black Ops 4 Zombies. If we were talking about any other COD Zombies game, this would not even be on the list. It'd be one of the worst perks, but it's one of the best in this game, and in my opinion, the best. So this is Deadshot Dealer. Deadshot is unlocked at level 18, and honestly, man, I really don't like playing without this perk. I feel like I'm at a severe disadvantage in this game. Because you need so many headshots for camo challenges, and because of Deadshot's modifier, which I'll quickly go over what it does, basically, reduced hip spread and recoil when firing, removes scope sway, and the modifier is gain a damage boost when on a headshot streak, and obviously it doesn't mention it there, but in the description, but every time you lock onto a zombie, it locks onto their head rather than their chest, which is the best thing about Deadshot. It is so dang useful, man. I don't know, man. It's great for camping. It is pretty decent for training as well. Not as good as, you know, when you're camping, like in this gameplay right here. It is so much fun camping with Deadshot. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like, it definitely, this spot, by the way, on Classified, this elevator, reminds me so much of back in a couple years ago when I would camp on the catwalk with Deadshot. It reminds me of that so much, man. And I can't believe I'm saying that Deadshot is the best perk in a COD Zombies game, but it is. So it's really weird there. I don't have any honorable mentions, but those are my top 5 favorite perks to use in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Obviously, we can only choose 4. Hopefully, we can choose a 5th one eventually. I doubt it, though. But leave your list in the comment section down below, guys. Next week, I will be doing the top 5 worst perks in BO4 Zombies. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.